Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. Let's talk about a seller telling you that they're not going to pay a commission to the buyer's agent. I've been having this conversation. I think I've had 5 sellers so far in just a few days reach out to me. And I'll tell you how I've been handling it because I've also been helping other agents with this. This episode is brought to you by my book, Pick It Up, Real Estate Prospecting. It's on Amazon. It's the blueprint for succeeding in this business. Now let's get into this. I've got my notes right here for you. This is somewhat of what it sounded like. All right, here we go. Seller, I heard I don't have to pay a commission to the buyer's agent anymore. So I got a text like that, one text, and then 4 conversations, 2 of them in person, 2 of them over the phone, just over the last few days. And then we've also heard stories from other agents. Now, the very first thing that you have to remember in any conversation is that this has always been negotiable, right? So the media has put it out there that for some reason they thought we were at 6%. And so when someone's saying this to me, hey, Tristan, I heard I don't have to pay commission to the buyer's agent anymore. My response is, and I tested both of these out. Response number 1, yeah. Isn't that crazy? Do you think that's the best route to getting your home sold, though? And then I just shut up and listen. And then the first thing I got from that one was, well, what do you mean? And that's when I would say, listen, in real estate, this is how it works. Typically, buyers find a real estate agent to work with. And in this current market that we're heading into, because of the possible settlement, right? It's not set. We're finding that every single buyer that the buyer's agent decides to show property to has to have a signed contract with them. And most buyer's agents are still going to rely on the seller compensating them in one way or another, especially lower income, first-time home buyers, because they can't afford purchasing a home like yours and afford to pay the real estate agent. And right now, they can't finance the buyer's agent commission into the loan. And we haven't even gotten into VA or FHA. And so if you're looking to bring in the most amount of qualified buyers, they're going to be working with a great real estate agent. And we're going to be alienating these great real estate agents if we're not offering some type of compensation. Does that make sense? And so that was one route. The other one is, Tristan, I heard I don't have to pay a commission to the buyer's agent anymore. And I say, that's accurate. And what's crazier is some buyers won't be able to purchase your home because of it. Now, this doesn't always work depending on the price point, but you're being real, right? See which one applies better to you, because then this opens up the conversation. You're going to shut up and say nothing after that. And they'll say, well, what do you mean? Well, say, let me explain to you the way that everything is changing, right? If this proposed settlement goes into play, is that every buyer's agent is now required to sign an agreement with the buyer before they show them any property. And in that agreement, they're going to state how they're going to be compensated. Is it going to be with the buyer? They're going to compensate the agent somehow? Or is the agent still going to request some compensation from a seller like you, right? And that leaves it in your hands. Do you want to attract the best qualified agents that are working with buyers that are pre-approved and qualified? And then I just shut up. And so that's been working. All 5 of them said, that makes sense, Tristan. I actually didn't know about it. So it's on you to educate. And as this develops, of course, we'll have more for you. As we have more conversations, more real conversations, we're going to discover different routes. And do me a favor, if you have talked to buyers and sellers, and this is only sellers, I've talked to buyers too. If you're talking to any of them and you've come up with ways to communicate this clearly and educate them well, let me know. I'm always trying to learn and then I bring it to you. Talk to you tomorrow.